Hello and welcome to the Impact Dynamics podcast.
I'm Andy Little. I'm Plushy.
My name is Rusty.
Tonight we're talking about the last couple of months of shooting.
Yeah, a few big matches.
We haven't been doing a whole lot. Let's go. Match director, mate. Match director.
Instant powder, fame.
Hope that's enough.
We need your vote.
Now we've caught up to where we are on the podcast.
Right, go on back.
Roll the outro.
Hello.
Go. Go, Andy. Go.
I was just going to say that was a very confident. Have we been shooting?
Well, that's a good question. We're back after a bit of a hiatus into, what are we calling this, Josh? Josh is here. Hello, Josh.
Hello, guys.
Oh.
I should unmute myself.
yeah.
That helps.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
Oh, hey, Josh.
I'm on the ball. It's been a while.
I prefer the other bit
Yeah, okay.
where you were muted. That was better.
Is that better?
That's way better.
Well,
It's been a little while.
It has
We're
been.
into season 2 or whatever we're
Yes.
calling this for the year.
Season 2.
Yeah. Does that sound good or should we go with something else? Chapter 2. Chapter 2 of
so
this
we can
journey.
go chapter 2, episode 1, or are we continuing on with
I
the...
thought it was chapter 4.0.
Let's do that then. That's ChatGPT. That's what I should actually
right.
write the
Gotcha.
scripts for the show, but that's all right. Hey, gents, how are we
Hey.
doing?
Good.
Andy,
Doing
you,
well.
you got a trophy behind you that you're really keen to show off?
Just, nah. Who
What?
brought that along?
Wow,
Yeah,
you've
you were
changed your
Kicking
attitude.
and screaming. You were forced to bring that with you.
You were asking Josh to frame it up correctly
Yeah.
before. Flushy, what about you? Any trophies? No. Oh,
No
sorry.
trophies for me. No.
Sorry to bring that up.
It's rough. Yeah.
Well, we better catch up on our round count because it's been a good 5-6 weeks, something on those lines.
Has been, yes.
So, Andy, would you like to?
Yeah.
How many rounds have you shot in the last period of time? Because you were on. I can't read that. It's too far away.
Should have printed it bigger.
15
Numbers.
something, 154 something.
Well, how many have you shot since then?
So I've
it out.
done...
We've had a couple of PRS matches.
Yeah, so I've only shot one PRS match and then a local club match and a bit on handgun. So I think I'm up around the 440, 450. 340 or 350.
Let's go 345 then.
Okay, cool.
So if you wander up there and then you can tell me your number
That
that
works.
you've got. You're being real accurate on this stuff. What did you have up there, Andy?
It's 1511.
1511. Yeah, so you're at 1856, not far off the 2K mark.
Close.
Getting there. All right, speaking of the 2K mark, Plushy, you're beyond that.
I am.
You were at 2454. What does that put you at now?
I'm sort of trying to work it out.
How many did you shoot?
I shot a couple of PRS matches.
Okay, yeah, so that's a good 400-ish.
Oh, well, I mean, the last one, my gun stopped shooting right before.
That's a bit of a problem.
Midway through the practice session. So I spent... I think I spent like 120 rounds sort of sorting that problem out.
Okay, yep.
I reckon there'd be like 500 at PRS matches.
Mm-hmm. Plus, you shot
Plus,
some rimfire. You did
I
actually
just-
get some, not trophies, but wins at rimfire matches.
It didn't help in my centerfire though.
Never said
Not
it
a
did.
transferable skill.
Never said it did.
I don't know. I'm going to say 950.
Wow. All right, boom. And big dogs. 3404 is where we're up to, Andy.
Ooh, that's a jump.
That is a jump, 950. Now, Josh was secretly confident that he would have leapfrogged you. He was on 1963. He was about 500 behind you.
How publicly confident are you?
Not
I
so
don't-
much.
I don't think I've leapfrogged you yet, but I'm going to be starting to get close because I reckon I've done about 1,050.
1,050.
Because I've done a few club things and I've
Hey,
done
How many
a
of
few
those are
things
not
on
20?
property.
How many of those are not 22?
Let's not
There's
because
a few of those.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
3 or 4?
1,050
7.
there. 1,050 there.
How fast were they going?
All right,
Huh?
let's
Yeah.
not.
I don't want to comment on that one.
All right, we're at 3,013 for Josh. And since the last podcast,
Ooh, wait, drum roll.
I haven't shot. But I'm changing that. I'm changing that. We're gonna. I haven't changed.
Just want to confirm.
330 something or other. What does it say?
332.
332. That is where I remain.
That is accurate. All right.
Accurate.
I love that you underlined that. Just yes, cemented.
Cemented in.
But,
Okay.
but it's going to change before the next. Well, it is before the next.
It
podcast?
is going to change before the next podcast, but we will get into the future plans of Rusty and others because I'm shooting 2 PRS matches coming up.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. That's doubling the amount of. That's going to triple
Don't say
the
that
amount.
too loud. The internet will break.
You realise you have to reload for those matches, yeah?
I've got stuff.
So the next podcast. Oh, hey, we haven't got time. The next podcast. We just spent a reloading episode.
So, well, for one of them, I will.
Yeah.
We had a couple of PRS matches happen since the last podcast, so we should definitely speak about those. So the first of those, I think, only like the week of the last podcast
Didn't
the
happen. No.
Zeiss King of the Hill that
did not
Plushy didn't go to.
Oh, it definitely happened. There's proof.
No, I never went. It never happened.
Wait,
it's been wiped from my memory.
So give us a bit of a rundown, Plushy, of what didn't happen, if you could.
What didn't happen
If you-
didn't happen was me impacting the target because I couldn't find them.
Was you not impacting the target?
That seems correct.
Okay.
What do I describe my weekend? I found the targets by finding the post that they were hanging on top of and adding a little bit and shooting at the top of the posts.
So would you like to give some context as to why that was the case? Because
So there's a new thing this year where we don't paint the targets like pretty white, bright white colours and just leave them like a grey, so there's no advantage to anybody that shoots first or last or whatever.
Yep.
But the backdrop at the 500 metre berm or the main berm in Hilltop is about the same colour as the target that's been shot up. And for the people, old people with bad eyesight,
that guy and this guy.
yeah, we all struggled.
That guy.
It was just you couldn't make them out, and it is what it is. So literally they were on timber posts, so I'd find the timber post and I'd go to the top of that, and I'm like, okay, it's 0.4 wide, so I'll add 0.2 and I'll shoot at that. And then when the target you hit it, and then it wobbled, and you're like, oh, there it is, cool. I spent a lot of time looking for targets.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
Did not. I think it was my worst PRS result in 3 or more years.
oh,
Wow. Okay.
It's terrible.
Was it overcast mainly, or
Yep.
would sunlight help definitely with that?
It would have, yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
the conditions.
Josh,
help.
you're at this match as well. Your take on it? I was there for the Sunday, for part of the Sunday, anyway.
No, it was a good match.
I was just going to say, let's not detract from like that match was brilliant. The course of fire was brilliant. The barricades were like best match this year.
Yep.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Solid.
so don't let me whinging about not being able to see targets. Like
Oh, no, we don't. We ignore that.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
yeah. No,
I
it
was going
was-
to mention that. It was the barricades that they pulled out and the construction of them. I didn't shoot off of them, but the look of them was very, very good.
Yeah.
You fell into one, though,
Trent
didn't
had
you?
obviously put lots of effort into
yeah,
it.
Yep.
that was my comment. I missed the match director chat. And I think I sent a text message before saying best match of the year, like for stage design, like and barricades and stuff like that.
Yeah, well,
buffer.
yep.
They
Yep.
did really good.
That's
He
pretty good.
did an excellent job. I went over on the Saturday night, got there for dinner, and then was there Sunday and to help out where I could. And it was it was so clean, so smooth. It was good team as well.
Yep.
So
it was like a
good
really
credit to him.
it was like a really fast run club match because you only had squads of 8 people, maybe 9.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's
So it was-
probably it's one thing that made my life a little bit trickier is trying to keep track of people.
No one
and-
cares.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
back to how the
Cool.
match
Yeah,
went.
back to how it was really hard for me.
I'll just mute myself again.
No, go on, Josh. Share your grievances.
No, but I think
No,
having
no one
fast-
cares.
Cool.
Anyway, so yeah, you end up shooting about every 30 to 40 minutes, whereas
Oh right.
Yeah,
in a
okay.
normal match, probably actually more like every 25 to 35 minutes,
Yeah.
rather than normal match is like 45 plus.
So as soon as
So
you come
you had-
off, you put your brass away, you reload, you're on
And
to
then,
the next.
grab your shit and go to the next stage.
Yeah.
Watch how that one is run. Get your
Yep.
dope ready,
Yep.
because if you're in the first 2 or 3 shooters, you had no
Yep.
time.
Yep. Let's go.
It was actually really good. Everyone adapted really quickly. When they normally like, first shooter, they're like, who's the first shooter? Are you ready? Like, no, I'm still doing my data. But at that match, it was like you knew you had to get ahead of the game and see what was going on.
You had to be on it.
And then it was straight away. It was like, right, who's next shooter? Bang.
Yeah, okay.
Because
That's
you
good.
can only shoot between 10 and was it 10:30 and 4 or 10?
Yeah, it's
10 and
very
4.
limited
wow.
time
So you got
frames.
very restricted shooting times. And there was 65 people or something.
It was
whatever
big.
there was.
It was
70.
more, but yeah, it
There
was
was
a
a
big
lot of
match.
people. So you got no time to mess around.
How many-
So that's how it had to be.
How many stages and squads? So one
8
squad per
or
stage.
About 8 squads.
8 squads.
No, 14 squads per stage.
So was that 8 stages then?
I think it was 8 stages per day.
Yeah,
like
one
6
person.
squads or 8 squads or
I
something.
think it was 8 squads.
8 squads.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So you basically just cycled
It
through.
was really, really well run.
Yeah, hustling. Yeah. Nice.
They have to do that given the given the nature of the range. So
Yep.
yeah,
very good.
no, it went good.
Yeah, who won? I can't remember.
Who won?
I didn't pay much
You
attention because I was so far away.
Well, we can probably summarise that up after we speak about the next match because it might have been the same.
Oh, that guy.
Can I move back to the last match quickly?
Sure.
Because I've got
Back to
some
Sydney.
video
Oh,
proof of
right.
an assault from that match.
Whoa.
We're going to lodge an investigation.
yeah.
What did I miss out
all
on?
right, here we go. All right, what's happening here? There's Plushie. Plushie's got all his legs. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
not
I'm just packing my tripod up. Like,
Okay.
wow, heaps.
Well,
Salty.
you sound salty about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love when my buttons don't work.
All right. Well,
this is solid content.
That's a really nice tripod.
Really good
Really. Where do you
content.
get that tripod
that
from?
is a good tripod.
Actually, what tape do you use on the leg?
It's called Vet Wrap.
Vet wrap.
It kind of sticks to itself and it's
Yep.
really grippy.
Yep. So it's
Okay.
not going to leave.
Except when you'll see in a second how it wasn't grippy for.
Or maybe we
moment.
won't see in a
We,
second.
we will move on because I've got some technical challenges.
All right. Well, Josh will solve
Yeah,
those.
but what about the video?
Both.
Josh will solve those as we go on to the next match. The next match was the Delta Tactical Steelpocalypse. Andy, you shot this one.
There you go. I did.
Yeah. What is this? Now, I'm going to look at your data card here. It says, don't suck if you do swallow.
That's interesting. Who wrote that on there?
Whoa. Andy,
That's not my
how
handwriting.
did you get second place? And why didn't you get first if that's your attitude?
Wow.
Who
Okay.
wrote that in there?
I've not seen that on a data card before, but, commitment to the cause.
It's tactical AF.
It is. All right. So this was the match at Eagle Park, Little River.
Yep.
And it is well known for being unpredictable for its environmental conditions, its challenging wind, and given the finale the previous year, devastatingly significant sometimes.
Yep.
Now,
Wasn't
Dave,
devastating?
the one before,
No.
3 points for you?
What?
Flushy? 3 points at the finale?
That was not caused by the wind.
3 points?
That was not caused
No,
by
but
the
it's
wind.
you giving up because you're not very good. So, no, well, mentally, you obviously gave up. So, not that great.
Yeah.
Anyway, move on from that, I guess.
Man, the
Dave,
tension.
wow.
The tension.
Yeah. It's a good thing I don't have a tripod in my hand, Josh.
Yeah, it's good thing that if you
We'll
don't
come
suck,
back to that.
don't suck if you do swallow.
I definitely swallowed that weekend.
Oh, that's definitely your handwriting.
So we shall.
One second, it looks like a
We got
4-year-old.
very distracted. that's why it's yours. The Delta Tactical Steelpocalypse, Dave Acker ran his second match, running a match.
Yes.
How did you think you went, gents?
I liked it. It was good. Look, I think it was a good match. The weather worked out all right for us. And,
It was pretty sunny and pretty.
Yeah,
it was windy,
And
but
not windy. No, it was not windy.
It was
wasn't
not.
too bad.
It was not chaos winds.
No, it was consistent.
There was some
Consistent,
wind,
yeah.
but not chaotic. Yeah.
Although it was good enough where you had to think about it because it
you had
would
to pay attention.
start still in the morning, but then around that lunchtime it really picked up.
Yeah.
But other than that, on the Friday morning, like practice, we were sort of looking at a few of those targets, going, "Ooh, they're pretty sporty targets, pretty small." But
There was some small targets out there, wasn't there?
yeah,
We did a pretty good job of hitting most of them.
we did do well.
Do you know what else did a really good job? The targets.
Yes,
We didn't have a target failure for the entire weekend, which hasn't
Yep.
happened at a PRS match.
yeah, that was pretty good.
The kangaroos stayed away mostly.
Most of the
Mostly.
time, yeah.
Mostly.
Yeah, it's a bit of a challenge on that particular range for our overseas listeners. Yes, that is there's a factor, and we have to stop when they come onto that particular range.
No, they're not moving targets.
No, they are not. So,
We spotted a fox though. That was
did you just?
Yep. Did you saw it?
I did.
Yeah, we
It
saw
wasn't
it.
a metal one, was it?
No.
No,
That
okay,
was
a real one.
was a moving one,
real
yeah.
healthy one. Big one at the back there, but no, unfortunately we've got to stop.
Okay, well, we'll move on from that conversation. Andy, how did
Yes.
you go?
Yeah, look. All right.
Because don't suck, and if you do, swallow. Did you swallow?
Nah, I spat that out.
You know what else I spat out? You spat out a trophy.
Yeah, I spat out a second place. So no, it's honestly I'm not really sure how that happened.
Okay, good.
Yeah, more gin.
Probably just some more gin.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
look, I don't really know where that came from. It was quite surprising. I think a few things helped over the weekend. Just that typically when I go to a match on the Friday, I'll be like stuffing around with a bit of seating depth, low development, as you were on the
1.5 or 2
what
seating depth.
I don't know. Yay.
Yes. Answer's yes.
Seating depth. But yeah, I think that Friday I just sent maybe 15 rounds to confirm 0 and data at 500.
Yep.
And then luckily enough, they had barricades and props set up that we could practice on.
Yep.
And I just spent the rest of the day dry firing and practicing where I could. So that's something I don't usually do. And then had a really good squad around me.
Yep.
I gave him wind calls all weekend.
Oh, come on.
There we go.
Yeah,
there it is.
Here we go.
There it is.
Here we go. Well, what happened to your missus?
They weren't from the wind.
They were learning the wind calls to be able to support you. Okay. Good, man.
But yeah, so I think just a few things
Did you
just worked out.
slow down? Did you just not?
I did
anything?
slow down a bit. One other thing I really tried to do a lot of was like wind bracketing.
For those who can't see the trophy, second place, by the way.
Let's bring it front.
Okay, all right. We figured this would happen. And he's like, I'm not going to be the guy that brings it up onto the table, but
Yeah.
Plus, she just wanted to touch silverware for the first time this year.
I'll touch your jewels in a minute, buddy.
don't suck, and if you do, swallow. Yeah. Okay, there it is.
Yeah. No,
Good.
so pretty stoked.
Well done.
Cheers,
Not
thank you.
quite good enough to beat the New Zealander.
No.
He was on fire.
Back-to-back matches.
On fire.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, well
What
done.
did he drop
for-
8 for the match? I think.
Don't know.
I think it was 8 for the match.
He's
not
on that
much.
run of form. I remember going up to him on Sunday and I was like, how's your day going? He's like, I'm having a really good day.
Yeah, go away, Josh.
Yeah.
But I was having a really good day until that point too.
Until Josh came and saw you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have the
Yeah.
same thing every day at work.
Yep. Anyway.
Yeah. So I was
Sorry, carry on.
going to say one of the things that I did do a lot more of this match, which I don't normally do, is look at the
Hit
targets.
targets.
Hit targets.
You look at the targets and then hit the targets.
That's it. That's it.
Sorry, no, go back.
You should try that more often.
But like getting your target size and wind bracketing. So
Okay.
like really
Actually spending some time on planning.
spending my time
But do
on
you know what
planning.
we discovered early on the Saturday? Because we didn't shoot together a lot.
No.
That like Andy was like, yeah, I'm just going to hold right edge. And you're like, what is that in a number?
Mm.
He's like, I don't know, it's right edge. We're like, no right edges. It's a number.
Yeah, but then
Yeah, and then we sort of fell into wind bracketing, I think.
yeah, we did a bit, and then then there was a stage where I missed off the right edge because I was holding too much wind, and then I was talking to Anthony about it, and we were like, "Why are we thinking about a number when we would have just thought right edge and I would have hit?" So anyway,
Must be a beard thing.
yeah,
Yeah. Longer your beard is, the better it is at gauging wind.
yeah, maybe
That's it. I'm growing my beard.
do it.
Sorry, babe. I'm not shaving anymore. Shaving, trimming.
What? Since when did you start calling Josh babe? I mean, it's cute, but yeah, all right.
Since he can't grow a beard.
Fair enough.
Oh,
Sweet. Well, it's been a busy couple of month and a bit.
Backtrack.
yes.
So
Have we got our video
Interesting-
working yet?
interesting.
Oh, we do have the video
interesting.
working when we're ready.
interesting
We'll
fact.
come back to that. Yeah.
When you say we had a good squad, the 6 of the top 7 spots for the match were our squad.
Yes, it was. I think
Yes.
top 6.
6 of the top 7. Yeah.
Yeah, was our squad, and I think
Super squad.
It was an absolute super squad.
yeah. Look, I think there's definitely it does make a difference depending who you're squatted with. Obviously, you can be in a good squad with supportive teammates who really get behind you and rally you and support.
Or you could be in a squad with us.
But at the same time, you can sort of plan a stage and watch how someone runs it, whether that's equipment or time or even looking down the binos and seeing their sort of wind calls, or if you got an idea of what they're going to hold for wind, see where their first few shots go.
That made a
And then-
huge difference. Where
Definitely.
sometimes you'll find when there's like a couple of good shooters in a squad of 12 or 13, and there's some intermediate guys, and then there's some new guys.
Mm.
You get on glass with 3 or 4 or 5 shooters, and you watch. You're like, did they miss because of the wind? And then something funky happens. You're like, did they hold the wrong way? Or, you know, and then you don't actually know. And then you'll get down and shoot. And you're not actually confident of what the wind's doing. But then when you've got a really good squad like we did, you're like, you already knew what your opening wind hold was going to be. And you're like, okay, and he told me we was going to start with. And you're like, okay, so it's done that. Okay, it's a bit stronger, it's a bit less or whatever. And you could really break it down.
Yep.
I think like you, me, and that New Zealand guy that we can't talk about.
Which one?
We literally stood there before every stage and almost were like, what are you going to do here? And everyone was like, well, that sounds good. And I'm going to do that. And that sounds good. And then it just sort of problem solved all of the stages. Worked really good.
Yeah.
It felt like a teams match almost.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, no, it was really good. Really good vibe. It was a time.
Speaking of vibe, Josh has a video to play us.
Oh, yes, I do.
This is from the Zeiss King of the Hill. Here we go.
Oh, no, sorry, that was a bit harder. It was a tap and I dropped it. Sorry, buddy.
I just want to, the bit I want to call into question.
Can we play that again? We missed that a
just
bit.
missed the first
Let's
bit,
go
yeah.
The
again.
bit I want to call into question is I dropped it. Watch Plushy's hands.
All right,
It slipped from one to the other.
For those listening, they can't
okay.
describe this. Josh has broken
Hang on,
it again.
I'm getting there. Sometimes it takes a few extra presses.
Actually using the mini... Oh, no, sorry, that was a bit harder. I'm sorry. That was meant to be a tap and I dropped it.
Oh, I didn't see much of a drop there, mate.
I went from one hand and I went to grab it with the other hand and I missed with the other hand.
He dropped it straight into your balls, is what he did.
With some force.
I recall seeing you sitting down for a few minutes after that.
I went and got lunch and had a good 10-minute sit down.
All right, and have you got another video for us, Josh? What have we got?
I've got something else.
I know about the other one.
Oh, here's Plushy
Here we
shooting.
go. Zeiss King of the Hill.
Yep, Zeiss King of the Hill. He doesn't look happy.
Oh, hello, Josh. How you going? How are you? Straight off the right edge as well. I felt the wind lift up. Was it? Yeah, dropped off.
Was it left to right win then? Off the right edge? Yeah.
Rifle's
I like when Sean comes up here.
Rifle's heavy is what it is.
Whose fault's that?
Thank you. What, the rifle being heavy or me dropping the point? Turns out same person.
You tripod rear and still drop one.
Oh, Sean, did you tripod rear and still drop one? And he gave you a cuddle.
It was the cuddle that made that.
Yeah.
How did Sean go that match?
From memory, not great.
I believe I had my worst match for a long time and I still beat Sean.
I believe Sean had a lot of cuddles that match.
Yeah.
That's the case.
He was giving and receiving, yeah.
All right. Now, speaking of giving and receiving, if we need to make a phone call to a friend of ours, because are you guys across what our friend Maxwell is doing with In the Dark? Are you guys across?
Does anyone really know what Maxwell
Something
does?
to do with...
No.
All right. Well, let's get him on the phone. Josh, you taking care of that, are you?
Yep.
Sweet. We'll get him on the phone, and we need to ask. There he is. All right.
Oh, wow, that was quick.
That's you guys are like
Onto this.
It's
prepared.
almost like you planned this.
It's maybe.
Speed dial number 1.
G'day, mate.
G'day, mate.
Maxwell.
Hello.
How are we doing?
I'm good, thanks.
Good.
I must be lagging a bit, so I'm just trying to mute you guys.
I'll meet you.
You should be used to it.
Tell us.
That would make the pointless phone call, wouldn't it?
No, we'd still enjoy it.
Yep.
Andy's got some advice for you. Don't suck, and if you do, swallow. That's
That's his very interesting advice, Andy.
Yeah, thank you.
But anyway, Maxwell, what is going on with In the Dark? Tell us all about it, man.
In the Dark. All right. Well, In the Dark, I started the brand to host competitions, basically.
Mm-hmm.
The first being the Foxtastic Weekend in 2 weeks' time.
So that would be September 1st to the 3rd? Just because
that is correct.
Who knows when someone would listen to this? This is the Foxtastic Weekend. Okay, tell us about it.
So it's 2 nights, 2 day, 2 nights, 1 day of hunting, wherever you can, your properties. There was video submissions for the top 5 people who kill the most foxes win. Basically, we're going to have a few random prizes. We've got some good brands on board. Down Under, Predator Calls, SPS is donating a target. So it should be some cool prizes and stuff. So
yeah, sweet.
Very good.
All right, very good, mate. And so this is, I guess, you're trying to get people out, get them hunting, get them enjoying that environment, and then they report back in. There's a couple of caveats of how they have to do that, and they report back to you, and you keep track of how everyone's going, and then yeah, for first few three places from what I'm seeing here, but maybe a few more. Get some goodies out of it, and probably some random stuff as well. And we'll talk and throw some stuff on the table as well for you.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, excellent. I appreciate that, guys, and thanks for checking in and giving me the support. I appreciate it.
So, how do we find out about your particular event, mate? Tell us how we track you down in the dark.
All right, you can track me down on Facebook, and the Facebook page is just In the Dark, or on Instagram at InTheDark369.
And those, they have a underscore between _dark. Cool. All right.
Correct.
Check that out. So those will be up. We'll put some info out there. I mean, you've got everyone sharing about this event. I've been seeing it all over the social stream. So, there you go. Josh has decided just to follow just then.
I got you.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. It's seen some really good support so far. Did a podcast with Zach from Hunting Connection.
Oh, well, look, hang on. Let's not talk about competition, all right? Here, go on.
We're number one, mate.
Cut him, Josh. Cut him.
Muted. Go on.
No, go on. Tell us about
Nothing
Zach.
wrong with a bit of friendly competition.
Who said it was friendly?
Nothing friendly with you.
No, not when you're around.
Buddy. Yeah.
No, awesome, man. Well, I hope it's a huge success for you, and people get behind it and support it, and at least I guess you'll be sharing out the videos and the bits and pieces. So even if someone's not involved, they can still sort of stay tuned and support it. So. Get along to Instagram, get along Facebook, definitely. Check it out. Check out, what was the podcast name? The Hunting Connection?
Hunting Connection, yeah.
Yeah, right. It's like a Kermit the Frog thing, right?
Something like that.
Okay, good. Excellent, man. Well, I hope it goes really, really well. We will be.
I appreciate that, guys.
Keen to see how it goes. Plus, are you going to get involved? I know you were talking about it.
Thinking about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll talk about something to get involved with in a moment. But Maxwell, thanks for joining us, man. Hopefully we can swing some people your way.
Guys.
Make it a good one.
Get onto it.
Hopefully. Cheers, guys. Have a good one.
Rock and roll.
Catch you later.
I've decided. I've decided what it's going to take to get me involved.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we thought this is not a product we'd get our hands on too often. So for those who are listening, I'm currently holding an Infiray thermal, but this is no ordinary Infiray thermal. This is a Rico 75. A Rico 75 is about a $25,000 thermal, thereabouts. Wow. It is good. It's got a huge big sensor. Normally, the sort of top end sensors of most stuff is around 640 pixels, and this one is 1280. So it is pretty significant in its size. So not that a podcast is a great way to talk about a thermal, but we just thought we'd shout out to Infiray, Mark, particularly.
Actually, the best feature. We had a bit of a play before the show.
Yeah,
it makes people with beards look amazing.
It does really.
Yeah, it really
detail.
Yes.
Wow.
Makes them look like Santa.
You're
going to have to look at somebody else besides Josh. Josh doesn't have a beard.
That is crisp. I can see whiskers.
What, like 3 of them? Or
Visible ones.
Yeah, okay.
That is off. Hang on.
All right.
1080 full HD, is it?
It is wild level.
Whiskers.
Whiskers.
There's a whisker in front of the rest of the whiskers.
No, that is pretty cool.
So I thought I'd bring it up because
you look like Angus with that dirty mo.
Oh, don't insult me like that.
No, because the glass, it looks like sunglasses through here.
Yeah.
Man, you look like Angus. Wow.
Oh, that one hurts.
Well, you'll be on mute for the rest of the
we love you, Angus.
So I thought I'd bring this up because this is one of multiple optics that I will be running at the next PRS match.
Right.
I've booked myself in to go and shoot the Horus Heatstroke Open up in Darwin. Go and hang out with Butters and go and shoot a match up there like I did last year. But of course, me just going and shooting a match, no one's interested in that because I'm not very good at it.
Well,
It's a bit harsh.
It's true though. Tell me I'm wrong.
Oh, donuts are interesting.
Tasty as well.
I didn't get a donut last year. just so you know. Anyway, I will this year. So
stepped it up this year.
I'm stepping it down. This is, I mentioned this is one of the scopes I'm going to run. So I have somewhere between 5 and 7 scopes that I'm going to take along. And every couple of stages, I'm going to swap my scope out. Right. And I'm doing this for you, the listener/viewer. I think we're going to film it, and I'm going to be able to sort of give you in the same conditions and similar sort of scenarios.
Yep.
I really like this about this scope. I did, this one was stronger in this area. Be able to talk about the various optics. So at the moment, I believe we've got a Carles DLR, so you'll be happy, Andy. Got a Night Force ATK, so you'll be happy, Plushie. Notice you got a Night Force piece of merch there.
Yeah, you'll be even happier after you take the Carles off and put the Night Force on.
Here we go.
Yeah. And then you'll struggle finding the parallax knob.
And then a shout out to the shirt you're wearing. I'll be running a Zeiss and then a Leica PRS.
Very nice.
Barros XTR Pro, of course, is in the mix. It's the Horus match, so I'm going to have to run a Horus Hover as well.
Yes.
As well. Why are you so excited, Josh?
Oh, no reason.
Okay, good. And I think there's another 1 or 2 scopes that might be finding their way along, but we'll just wait till they actually get here. And then we also have the Rico 75.
Interesting. I've just thought of an extra challenge because you were looking for one before the show.
Here we go. We're talking about setting up a challenge, and none of you guys are shooting.
Who do we know that owns a scope cam or a trigger cam?
There might be one making its way to Darwin,
Yes,
and it'll be
there will
on
be one.
the scopes.
It's going to be on the scopes.
I believe
because
so.
that'll take away all your excuses. That'll be great.
No, my
There's still editors.
There's still editors I pay.
We talked about it before. Josh doesn't get paid.
I'm talking about Josh. I'm talking about actual editors.
We have other people that work here.
All right.
Guys who are good at it.
I'm envious sometimes.
Yeah.
Will they get paid or they're good?
Both. Right. We're very in sync with that. And so we, what was it? What was your challenge?
Oh, I was just going to say, put the scope or the trigger cam on and review the footage when you're
100%.
when you're explaining why you did badly on the stage, and we'll just we'll
Right there.
confirm or
I
deny.
won't need to be able to explain it. It'll be obvious. But you guys set me a bit of a challenge before the show. Now, remembering that every 2 stages, I'm going to be changing my scope out. So I'm going to be. There are inherent built-in challenges, which I'm happy to accept. I think it'll make a good video. I think it'll be an interesting experiment to go and play with all these scopes and try all these things out. So that's why I'm doing it. It should be fun. I can see it going poorly for me, but you guys set me the challenge of no donuts. The weekend. Yeah, my the last match I shot was Darwin last year.
Yep.
The last time I shot this rifle was at Mildura on the moving target, where I had about 30 rounds on the one target to make sure the target worked.
You shot all of your rounds and it was more than that.
I didn't shoot all of them.
I shot some.
He shot some.
Okay,
Sam shot some.
Yeah, okay.
I shot about 30.
All right, I'll let you go.
I had about 50. So that is and that's the I've shot it one other time. And where Josh and I filmed it, and we shot about 10 rounds. So I've shot about 40 rounds through that gun since last Darwin. So I'm not, I guess, building all the excuses in because I am not expecting great results.
I heard there's 2 sling stages.
They can be all the sling stages they're likes. I'll just be looking at the scopes. So what are we putting on the line here with me not getting any donuts? There's the question.
There's something about super hot sauce and some wings.
Nah, he'll enjoy that too much.
That's a
Might
different thing. That's not really us.
Nah, leave that one out.
We'll get to that later in the episode if you're into hot sauce.
Oh, hang on.
Here we
Aren't
go.
you following this up with a second match?
I am following this up with a second match. Yes, so I'm going to shoot 2 matches this year, which will triple the amount of PRS matches I've shot.
Back to back.
Back to back. So I'm shooting Canberra with you guys. There's going to be 3 of us. There's going to be a second challenge of that one.
Wow.
Can I get 10% of your score, Andy? That
I don't know.
mission.
Is there a goat named Lucky?
Surely that's if you get a donut, you have to shoot Canberra support side only.
So I've just pulled out of Canberra.
We can now we get to nominate because we should be squatted together for the Canberra match. I think would be good.
You'd have to ask Blacker, but yes.
I feel like he'd say yes because he's such a nice guy.
But also I could message him and say no. But anyway, okay, we squat together.
If you get a 0, we both get a little token where we get to nominate the stage where you have to shoot support side.
Oh, wow.
Wow, giving me no chance. Because I'm already ruining one of my matches. just can it be non-match related? Because I'd like to try it.
It would definitely be
all right, well, let's roll it into go-karts at the finale.
Yeah.
Okay, we did talk about this. Yeah. All right.
Right.
What does that mean, though?
I'm not sure.
We'll figure that out.
Got thought out real well.
All right. I guess I'm committed to whatever you decide. That sounds really bad. Anyway, that's it. Here we go.
Do you do it? You have to shoot the side comp support side.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Oh, come on.
But what's the...
It's not great.
We haven't come up with anything else.
Yeah, all right. Sounds so the side comp at Canberra. I'll shoot support side if I have a donut in Darwin. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I feel like you got off lightly.
Yeah. You haven't seen me shoot. I haven't explained this, I don't think, on the podcast, but my left shoulder is about an inch further forward than my right shoulder.
Yeah, but I've seen your right hand trigger control and it's terrible, so your left will be way better.
No. No, it's not. So what are you doing?
You're looking at it. I'm just looking at the way it's mounted on there.
I'm just curious how that's going to bolt onto my rifle for foxing.
Don't know. Find
Is
out.
that on a little slide recoil?
That's what I was curious about, but then
Are
I
they
saw
springs?
then I saw the little slides and they move, so I'm not sure. I'm curious as to what they do.
We'll find
It's
out.
like a recoil mitigation sort of.
I was wondering about it.
Roller bearing sort of slide.
I'll give it a crack in Darwin. Let you know. Unless Josh takes it out this weekend.
Interesting.
That went very quiet.
He's like, what? What are we talking about?
I can take it home. Yes.
Sure. Very good. Well, that's the PRS side of plans. Now, we also have to shout out a couple of things. Sponsor for this episode
Oh, yeah?
is Projectile Warehouse.
Oh, those guys again.
Those guys. So if you use the code IMPACT at Projectile Warehouse until the end of August.
That's a long code.
Okay. Well, should we go through it again then? The code is
Impact on the website till the end of August.
see,
I feel like people could enter that wrong.
Plushie, I've got a feeling this is why you
honestly,
don't win matches. It's because you overcomplicate things.
Right.
It's a redhead thing. It's like every time.
So you're not left-handed as well, are you?
Impact to
Are
the
we
end of
talking
August.
shooting or what? Like,
Just in general.
The code is impact.
Exactly right. Put that in and you will save some money on...
IMPTC. Impact.
Yeah. And if you actually... Do you know what? I'm gonna update that so that is correct. What'd you say?
PTC.
PTC. All right. That will also work on top of the impact code. IMPTC. But if you use that one, you may find this...
IAM PCT?
No, it said IMPTC. If you...
IMPTC. Pact.
I am.
Input.
Oh, it's like a New Zealand code. Yeah. Gotcha.
The cream puff code.
It is.
Oh, can you put cream puff in there as well, please? Come on.
We'll save cream puff for another code, all right?
Right, okay. That's going to have to be worth
It's a
more.
different website.
Comes with free cake.
Yeah, sure.
You open your delivery and it's just full of cream. It's like,
Wow, sorry, Joe.
So, gents, I'm about to go and shoot a match and haven't done for a long time. So, is there any things, genuine actual advice that you can give for someone in my position going in either shooting a first match
I can give you one.
Yeah.
You need to load ammo.
Josh, guess what tomorrow is going to be consisting of for you?
I'm taking a sick day.
Watching someone else load ammo.
Filming Aaron.
Well, come on.
put
What
ammo
projectiles
together.
you running?
Yes.
Those ones over there. We're going to run to 108 CLDs.
Horn a day.
Have you got a load sorted for those?
I do.
Oh,
the
good
same
on
one
you.
I ran last year.
Oh,
I was wondering why they were there. I thought someone had stole stuff.
Your loads would last a year?
Well, I've only had 300 rounds in the barrel.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So yes. So that's my that's the projectiles I'll be loading. I'm going to use the same cases I used last year, if that's okay with you, Andy.
Maybe.
Okay, good. Yep. Now, they're a year old, but they've only been shot once.
Well, I was going to say you always take a few backup scopes, but you got that covered.
Yeah, I got that covered.
So,
Thanks, man.
you're good.
Yeah, no, that's should be fine. Good.
How much ammo are you going to take? Because you're going to have to spend a bit of time on Friday, like moving scopes and getting a rough idea of where they are.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Josh is flying.
Josh is flying.
Oh,
He
you'll
can
be
take
right.
some ammo.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys will be all right.
Yeah, we'll be fine on that.
It's fine.
Just
I
make
don't
sure
get
they tick the
stopped by
box when you
airport
check the ammo in.
The ammo's the least their worries when you fly.
I would
17
say
batteries.
I would say good record keeping of all of your different offsets for all your scopes.
Well, I'm hoping I don't have any offsets. Because if I'm zeroing all these scopes
each one
on Friday,
I'll be curious.
I should be able to put them back on and they will be
pretty
as close as I can shoot them.
as close as you can shoot them.
As in,
Don't put your scopes down range.
Oh, really?
No, you don't want to shoot them.
Wow, this video is going to need a rethink.
Yeah.
Back to the drawing board.
More so as in the level that good quality mounts coming back off and on.
Yep.
My shooting ability doesn't. They're going to be within the tolerance of my shooting ability, I believe.
I think.
I reckon you'll find that a little bit more.
I appreciate the support, Flushy. Thanks, man. That's the
reckon you'll
nicest
find
thing you've ever said about me.
They'll be less than 3 or 4 tenths.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
oh,
So back
yeah,
towards
Yep.
back towards my shooting ability. Yeah. Yeah. Most people are pretty happy to be like, 1 minute or better shooter. I'm sort of 1 mil or better shooter.
I think something you might struggle with, which.
Oh, thanks.
Well, I'm
Here we
thinking
go.
like it would probably be something I'd struggle with as well, changing between brands and reticles and everything.
That is going to be genuine.
Is holdovers.
Mhm.
Is getting used to that reticle in counting your subtension.
There is a reason that Darwin is one of the options for this. Is wind is not necessarily a big factor up there most of the time.
Fair enough.
That did bring me unstuck on a few stages last year, but as a general rule, wind's not a big factor up there. So that's sort of
super
part of
accurate rifle.
Yeah,
where
part
you know
of the
where your
idea.
zero is. Even better.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's
Very
that's good. All right. Anything else?
Wear shorts, Darwin.
No. I learnt that one the first year I shot up there.
Yeah.
Do you ever see that photo with my legs ripped up with blood all up them?
Or
'Cause
you
I
wear
wore
knee
shorts.
pads.
It wasn't just my knees.
I thought that crocodile in the boat was fake.
Yeah, I wore long pants that way. Actually, I do think I wore shorts last year, and I had pants with me in case there was a stage where I'd have to slide along the not the concrete, further down range, and I didn't have to. So I think I wore shorts actually. I did flick a game changer into Josh's balls as well. So
I see a theme here, Josh.
any helpful advice, gents?
No.
Just
Go team.
All right, so if you weren't telling me and you were going to tell someone who was newer to PRS shooting, what would you say in that scenario?
No.
Which obviously you don't have
I'd go
here.
find someone that knows what they're doing and talk to them.
Yeah. I mean,
Josh, what would you do?
I would just stick a camera in their face on the first stage and watch it all fall apart.
Well, I'm not going to get any help out of anyone here.
Yeah.
So appreciate the support.
Don't miss.
Don't miss.
Don't
we're a
miss.
team effort here.
I can tell.
So,
I will. You guys just want me to get donuts. Yeah, I understand. That's
No,
fair enough.
I think run through your stage prep and your pre-shot prep and
Yep.
yeah,
Just
what is that
hit
prep?
all the
What is prep?
targets.
I'd say maybe you should, because you're going to be doing a lot of changing of things.
Sam?
You should definitely nail down your post-stage process where you finish shooting.
Yep.
Maybe reload your mags.
Mhm.
First thing you do.
Mhm.
Because then you're going to go
Decent
and
advice. Here
you're
we go.
gonna, then you're going to go and like unscrew your scopes, and then you'll be like rushing because you're going to have to check your zero and all that sort of stuff down the zero range, and then it'll be your turn
And then
to
top up
shoot.
your mags again.
Again, yes.
Yep.
You should load 3 mags.
Yep.
Good thing I have 3 mags.
Yeah.
Yep. I have my sighting mag, and then I'll have my shooting mags.
That's a very good idea.
I won't be that organised, but yes, that's a good
And
idea.
the other thing, you should put lots of paper down at 100 meters.
All the paper.
Okay. I don't think I'm being given a lot of opportunity. I can on the Friday. I can do as much as I want on Friday, but yeah, on Saturday and Sunday, I sort of get a shot or two just to make sure it's doing what it's meant to do. But what I plan is if I put the scope on and it's off by X amount, I will offset it in the app for my data. So rather than messing around being like, I'm off to the right, 0.3,
You're going to
into that information
offset it in your Kestrel, or
in my app because I can't afford a Kestrel.
but you've got 8 scopes.
On loan.
You're probably doing that slightly wrong.
On loan. I haven't paid for them, all right?
There's a
I
couple
own
of
one of
Kestrels. There's a couple of Kestrels sitting right there.
I own
buddy.
one of them.
Do you know what I did with my Kestrel on Friday before the comp? I was hitting targets with my 223 data.
With your Kestrel?
Yeah. No,
With the gun.
So did you throw the Kestrel or the 223?
Man, look at these.
Cord.
Look at these.
Ting, pull it back. Ting.
All right, good.
no, I was using my 223 data and I was still hitting targets with my 6mm. Wasn't until that night I was loading targets going, this doesn't look right.
Okay, well, I won't
So-
have that problem.
Good luck with all
Thanks.
your offsets.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. I'm going to be running the same cartridge, by the way. Just, yeah. Okay. All right. Sweet.
Don't dial wind.
No, you're going to have to.
All right, we should wrap up because I'm not getting any sense out of you, gentlemen. In the dark, go and check out what Maxwell's doing in the fox hunting world, and hopefully you guys have a great time. I think it's going to be a good event, and kudos to him for actually getting something out. Always good to see that sort of thing. Gents, I shall report back on how many donuts I got and how many.
You won't have to, mate. We'll hear all about
Yeah.
it.
We'll be watching.
Josh will tell you everything.
That's it.
All right, fair enough.
I probably won't.
Probably not. Josh, we need to find a good go-karting place in Darwin.
Yep.
And before we go, we do have something to throw out to get some prizes out there and stuff. In a couple of episodes, not next episode because there's some challenges with them, but in a couple of episodes, we are going to do a, what are we calling it? A Hot Wings episode? The traditional YouTube type. We're going to have a bunch of hot sauces here. We like hot sauces. Plus, you said you're going to bring something in to cook up some wings.
Yep.
On the show.
Yeah, I'll bring my little smoker.
And as we go through that, the sauces will get hotter and hotter. Josh will bail out when we get to pepper.
I'm going to bail out now.
I think we need a commitment out of Josh.
Yeah. Well, next episode, let's talk about it.
Rusty's going to run 8 different scopes at a match. Like, the least you can do is eat some wings.
I'd rather run 8 different scopes at a match.
Well, that wasn't an option that was available to you.
So what we're looking for from you guys, before we get too distracted, we want to know your best hot sauces.
Ooh.
So send in your suggestions here or wherever. Just send us messages with the ones you recommend. As long as we can get them in Australia and we can get them like in the next couple of weeks, let us know what they are. We'll go and get a bunch of them, and we shall work our way through a dozen hot sauces that night, getting hotter and hotter, and we will see how we end up.
Ouch.
Send them all to Impact Dynamics
Well,
so
I don't think
delete.
the night time will be a problem with the next morning.
Yeah, ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm staying here that night. All right. Very good, guys. Thanks for watching.
All right.
We will see you next time.
Bye.
After I don't zero any stages.
Bye.